All right, we are once again welcome. Welcome back to my channel. In fact, guys, you are really doing well. You are really doing well. Okay, so the practical part, I've been using diagrams to explain. I just want us to use what is happening, like in reality, what is happening, just for you to know. You understand? Okay, so see, I have these structures marked. The last time I even used it to explain it, especially with the intro. So let's look at this trend. First of all, let me draw this line. Just the trend line, the one I drew. You see that once you look at it in this way, it will just tell you market is coming down like this. All right. So this is how it is, like practically. So this one, it means we are in a downtrend, right? Yeah, market is in a downtrend. And what we need to do is to just mark out. So it will be, if I want to use the path tool, I'll just use this one, then draw it like this. This one is not that strong, this point, because if you look at the candle, it created a wick. Price didn't close around that zone. It closed around this zone. So I wouldn't end my, so I'll just bring it here. Okay, so the assumption is here was just one big move. Okay, so price came around this zone. So instead of price going all the way up, this will be our strong high. Price going up all the way up to this, it didn't. It took this point around this zone, then it broke this level again, like that. You understand? So in that manner. So it came this high, then you use this point to break this level again. Then from this one to around this point, it's used that side to break this level again. So this is a perfect example of a downtrend. And what I needed to do once price came around this zone to this side, then it broke this level. Here becomes our strong high, the one we've been doing, the one we've been marking on the chart. So here was supposed to be our strong high. We are not expecting price to come back. The same way, let me delete this one. When price from here, when price go to this point, let me shift it so that it will be clear. It's use this point, this strong high, to break that one again. So strong high. So it broke this price level. So as I mentioned, once here is broken, it becomes a BOS. So once there is a break of structure, once there is a BOS, there will always be a pullback. This was the pullback. This strong high to price came all the way to this place, breaking this particular structure. So once price goes below this, we were expecting price to actually come back. And price did the same, like it was able to at least it retrace around this zone. So here too becomes our BOS, our new BOS, because price has closing below it. So this is it. And this trend will be like this. So our new strong high is here. So once price is behaving this way, this is no more important. It is no more important because we are just following the focus is the last one. So once we have a pullback, at least we have a trend line to, we are expecting price to respect this trend line. Maybe when price touches this, let me do this. Price touches this trend line, we are expecting price to at least come, the highs of it will be here, the strong high. We are not expecting it to break. So price will come like this and go down again if the continuation, like market will continue. So it will be like this. So that means we are still expecting the downtrend. And you can also draw a line just to touch many of the points, like as a confluence. So once I have these lines drawn, now you see that somebody will say this one is also ranging, but this kind of ranging is in a downtrend. Yeah, we have the downtrend position. By around this zone where price has actually reached, we don't, when you are trading, you don't bring expectation in the market. You don't decide for the market. You don't tell the market what it will do. Once you decide to do that, if you decide for the market, you lose. Your losing rate will go high. Yes, you just have to take in the highest probability by being at the side of the market, what the market is telling you. So this one is like I've predicted that. I just want it to continue like this. And it can work like this. And at the same time, this thing around this zone, maybe when price hits here, or where price has even reached, it can decide to use this place and go above it like this. Once it's done like that, maybe it will come like this, then it will continue. Then we begin another uptrend. So once price behaves like that, now we will have a change of character here. You understand? Here now will become our change of character instead of a strong low. Then we look for more direction up. Okay, let's see. This is another part. Here is a perfect example for an uptrend. So no, let me use the downtrend first. Before price was coming like this. So from here, this point, it was expected to respect this low. So from this point, price here, price didn't break, right? Okay, it broke around this level. So it took this high to break this level. Then from here, it came to this zone. Then it broke to this level. Then it used this. There was a pullback. So from here, we had this break coming all the way to this place. You understand? So right from here, we have price going up here. Then the down of it, you can see that once it got here, it didn't break this level. But here you don't have to decide that prices, because it didn't break this level, it wants to go up. You don't have to let the market tells you. So in fact, we waited and you see that the trend has changed around this direction. So like this. You understand? Always the market is behaving like this. You understand? So around this zone too, we have price coming down all the way here. And that is why I said once there's here, it will be like a change of character, because it is changing direction. Because the uptrend is supposed to be around here, then it continues. But once price came here, you don't have to decide that when price reaches here, it will still come down. You just have to have in mind that the trend can change. We have a change of character though. But because it has been in a very long swing, you just need, we're supposed to wait for it to, at least once there is a change of character, you should have this, and price closing here, then it will just confirm for you. Before at least you favor the down direction. You understand? Okay. So let me end this one here. So the best example here, let's look at this. So before price was in a downtrend, I said the last, when we are marking, you look in a downtrend, you look at the high where price came from. That broke the last low. You understand? So it took this high, price came all the way from that place to this place, and it broke this. which means in between these levels, when there is a pullback, price will act between those two price zones. So this was the last low that was made and the last high. And when price was coming, we are not expecting it to go above this. We will want it to at least respect it. So when price was coming around this zone, it took price from here just to break this level to this level, and it made a new low, meaning this one here we had a BOS around the zone, you understand, and here became our strong high because it was able to do its work, its job well, our strong high. So this strong high broke this level, which means we are not expecting price to go above this. So when price was coming around this zone, it took this zone to also break this level. So here too becomes another strong high. By the most important thing is you don't have to just duplicate it. So once here was broken, I could have just deleted it. You understand? Then here would be like my BOS. Okay. So which means, you know, from here all the way down to this point, price is still in a downtrend. We are expecting price to at least play within this range, then continue down. And around this session, when price go to this point, this one is like between this range, though between this range, all this place, yes, all these lines are still within the downtrend. Though price is making higher highs, higher lows, but in the longer run, it was acting within this range because it was still part of the down movement. So we're actually expecting price to, at least around this zone, this strong high, price to come down. You understand? So here too, you just look at it, what was happening. When price got here, then within this zone, that is the internal thing. Like this is like the bigger picture. But internally, price was trying to like something like, because there has been a break of structure, so price was pulling back. And once there is a BOS, whenever there is a break of structure, price tries to at least pull back, and the pullback to it moves in something like in an uptrend. But in the longer picture, we are expecting price to respect this, not go above it until it's broken. So around this one, once price did this, here, the first time price broke through this point, because it used this part to break, here becomes our strong low. Okay, then here became like a BOS, no, change of character. But this change of character is within this internal flow, internal movement, just confirming that at least this pullback, because we want to go back, this pullback has started. I hope you get it. And it took this place to again just move from here. So here too became our strong low, like that. We were not expecting price once it took this place to break this level. But this one could have come all the way here. I'm talking about here, it could have come all the way here before going up. But once here has confirmed this movement, it means here now becomes our strong low, and the focus is no more here. Then the same way, it means here, once price broke through this place, you mark that as BOS. So like that. So on and on. You can just be repeating the same thing over and over. The same thing over and over. Okay, so all these are BOS. Let me name it so that BOS. No. So here to BOS. This is the reason why you have to use TradingView. TradingView is very important. It just gives you the flexibility of doing all these things. And once there is always a BOS, here becomes the new low. Because this one too, it broke this level. So in the smaller picture, when price was coming, and when price got here, many traders, because they were looking in the downtrend, price was coming like this. So around this zone, many traders, like from the higher time frame perspective, were expecting price to at least move from here. Once it got here, this is the strongest high for the trend to continue, especially if you look at this. How many traders were expecting price to at least from here, at least go down all the way to break this level? But it didn't what? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Do you get it? Once it didn't happen in this manner, if you decided for the market around this, at least expecting price to come down like that, you would have at least lost this particular trade, though you were in the favor of the market. So when price around this zone, you see that at least price broke this level, that high that you were looking at. Price broke this level and closed above it. When I say price closed above it, these are the candles. You see that these candles, green one, the red one, they have closed it above it. I've already explained candle, they are opening and they are closing. Once the candle has closed above this is no more a strong high. This became a change of character. You understand? So that became a change of character, and which means now our strong low, because it took this low, or let's say this low, it took this low to break this particular zone. Like this one would be like a long one stretch. Let me draw it. So right from here, it's like this. From here, it took it to break this. You understand? Actually, we're expecting it to respect here and come down, but it actually at least close above this. So once it close above this, now we are expecting price to at least, even if it comes down around this stage, because here is the lowest point, all this area has the potential to bounce price to the upside, but it didn't do like that. It just around this zone, because they are all within that range. So around this zone from here, then it went up, confirming the uptrend. You get it? Just to confirm that price was want to move in a higher position. So in the lower time frame, where, let me shift this one small down like this. Whenever there is a pullback, there was a break of structure here, and we're expecting price to at least respect this initial high. By price broke through it, and it confirmed to us that there was a change of character. So we should expect at least the trend to continue up, and price started going up. Okay, so that is the essence of the change of character. Once you saw the change of character, even around this zone, you see there was a change of character. Once price from this zone broke this level, it told you, or it gave you the experience, that an idea that price wants to at least, because of this BOS, price wants to pull back out to this particular level before maybe it continues. But when price go to around that zone, broke through and closed around that zone. And once it's like that, it means the trend has changed. We just have to look for a more uptrend. So price was going like that until, you see, from here, this was the strongest zone. Like from around this zone, price went up. So if I'm marking, let me do it like this. Okay, like this. So if I'm marking, it means it took this place just to break this high again. It took this, no, it took, let me draw it well, something like this. Okay, so it took this point, go above all the way to this place. So here was supposed to be our strong low. You understand? Here was supposed to be our strong low. Strong low, right? Here was supposed to be our strong low. So because the trend has changed and it took this place to go up, we are not expecting price to go below this. But we've seen that when price go to this point, all the way from here, then it broke this low around this zone. So this strong low is now broken and the trend has shifted like to a downtrend. You understand? So even not from that, you just have to follow the chart like what it is doing. So here, because first of all, there was a change of character here and it took this low to break this high. So we had another BOS around this zone, another BOS like that. So we had another BOS around this zone. And here was the new low that was made. And this low, it was not supposed to be broken. By when price was coming, well, just trace it in. So when price was going to, it didn't go just straight. It was just in this form. You understand? So like this, price went all the way from here, then this point. Then it broke the same level to this side. So can you tell me what is wrong here? This chart is wrong because this particular low, this shouldn't be counted as low because the last BOS, we are expecting this low to break this BOS. So the movement is straight, should be straight, like one straight line. So it's supposed to be right from here. It went above this by breaking this low. So we saw that when it got to this point, there was that small pullback. By this particular pullback, it didn't come all the way to, to respect this low. Just this small. That was why I was saying it does not necessarily mean anytime price has to come all the way down like this before it goes and respect this low. So we had this small pullback here and price went straight to here. So here was our last strong low. This one was the biggest move, you understand? By if you follow it internally, you see that when price was coming, we were not expecting price to at least go below this point to this side. So this one became our strong low. That is for internal. We're not expecting price to go below this point. Let me delete this line for it to look clean. So like this, you understand? By price, that is why when I was drawing this one, I said when price got to this point, it respected this low and it went up, but later came and broke the level around the zone. So it means it took this particular high to break this level, bringing the closing price here, meaning internally we have a change of character. All right. So let me leave here. Let me leave this video here. I believe now you've gotten the point. Like, I may not necessarily be drawing all this on my chart, but once you look at the chart, you see BOS, 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 just to tell you that these zones have been marked. I've been following it. So I can also delete it. This makes the chart clean. You understand? So my my work for you now is to at least make sure you go through these videos. Let me delete this one too. So you can see that the chart is now clean. Very beautiful, right? Instead of those zigzag or those zigzag. So just make sure you go through the videos so that you do the same. Open the pairs and practice them. Just open the pairs and practice them. Mark out the zones, identify BOS, change of characters, your strong lows and your strong highs, and see how best you are able to identify it. All right, all the best.